Hello everyone, we are from the cloud computing team 23. And firstly, there's a brief introduction to our system architecture. Our project takes advantages of the net research cloud to deploy our system. We use both stream and search APIs to harvest our tweets before putting into the CoachDB. The sentiment analysis and scenario classification are carried out to add tags to receive tweets for the further analysis. People say that high income can improve the evaluation of life. So our first scenario is to analyze the correlation between income and happiness. Our charts, the first one, we show the top 10 wealthy areas with their income showed in this bar. And we can see the Bratton and Turok and Albert Park are the first three wealthy areas around Melbourne. And we also list the 10 happiest area. This area actually, we count the amount of negative and positive tweets from each area. We use a variable called happiness point, and each positive twist will add 1 point, and each negative twist will minus 1 point, and we get the top 10 happiest area. So the top from this we can see Melbourne, Central Melbourne is like the most happiest area, which is maybe not, because there might be a lot of people publishing tweets. But still, there are much more people are happy. Most of the people published the positive sentiment than the negative sentiment. We show the income in the Google map. So these different three colors shows the divided the regions based on their income. The income data is actually we download from the ARIN. The profile is SC2 National Regional Profile. SC2 is a regionalization method called Statistical Area Level 2, and these polygons, the division of the area by SA2. And we see from the left corner, we can show the average income of that area and the amount of positive and negative tweets. So the positive tweets 10 minus the negative tweet 3, we will get a happiness 0.7. We do the same thing for each area. We get the happiness points with their incomes. We can conduct a simple linear regression to check the correlation with the income and happiness points. So we can see, especially from the average income from 40,000 to 60,000, there's a clear positive relationship between income and happiness. But for the area of extremely high income, around 90,000 per year, their happiness points doesn't seem to improve much with their income. We could conduct the same analysis in Sydney. This bright red area shows the income with over than 50,000, and this light yellow shows the income with less than 40,000, with the positive and negative tweets showed in the red corner. And we conduct the same regression analysis in Sydney, and we can see there's a positive relationship between the income and happiness around the income from 40,000 to 80,000. And for the area with extremely high income, their happiness point doesn't seems to increase too much. The second scenario we have been created is we investigate the correlation between income and the amount of tweets, including wiggle words. The idea is a lot of people say that higher income earners are more educated and polite. We will see this by analyzing the tweets data. this bar chart. There's two top 10 areas with lowest average income, which is the poor area. And these 10 areas are the areas, regions with the highest amount of tweets with vulgar words. The top 10 and this top 10 seems has nothing in common. So the income are the same as the scenario 1. And we can see the vulgar tweets for each region in the left corner. For the bright red one, we can see this income is just over than 50,000, and it still has some tweets with vulgar words. And for this area with lower income, their vulgar words with related tweets doesn't seem to increase too much. And after conducting the linear regression analysis, this line, the slope is almost zero, and so there's no relation between the income and the amount of tweets with vulgar words in Sydney or in Melbourne. We can see the same analysis in Sydney, and the same way working as the Melbourne. On this one shows in the red corner with the vulgar tweets for each area. Although this line seems to have some slope, but mainly because of this outliers has dragged this line up. So basically we can see the area with low incomes still have almost zero tweets with vulgar words, but for this area with high income, they still have some amount of tweets including the vulgar words. So the third scenario has been connected is about alcohol. So alcohol is consumed widely in Australia and occupies a significant role in Australian culture. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, some Australians consume alcohol at a level that not only increases the risk of alcohol-related injury, but also leads to other health problems. So in this scenario, we want to compare the alcohol corresponding to the alcohol consumption. So the chart down here shows the top 10 areas with largest amount of alcohol tweets. And this first one is top 10 areas with the largest alcohol-related health risk factors. So these factors are actually counting the person who drink alcohol at alcohol-related injury level. And we can see the South Marine has the highest one. There are over 800 people consumed alcohol at the injury level. We can show this in the Google map with the 3 different colors, indicates the different health risk levels. For the area with bright white, we can see there are more than 500 people who consume the alcohol in a injury level. And for this light yellow area means in this area there are less people consume alcohol at injury level. And we can see from the left corner indicating the alcohol-related tweets. For this yellow area, they are almost zero, and for these red areas, although that's too much, but although they are not a large amount, but there are still some of alcohol-related tweets. And after conducting the linear regression results, we can see there's a positive relationship between the alcohol and the health risk factor, which is saying that more alcohol-related tweets has been published in that area, and that area seems to have more people to consume the alcohol at the injury level. And we could do the same thing in Sydney. Actually, most of the red area are near the central Sydney, and we can see there are a couple of the alcohol-related tweets published in this red area, and there are almost zero having alcohol-related tweets published in this yellow area. We conduct another linear regression, and this is evidence to show that there's a positive correlation between the amount of alcohol-related deaths with the people who consumed, with the amount of people who consumed the alcohol in injury level. So that's basically the end of the presentation.